morning, guys. How y'all doing? It is Monday morning. This is the Reunion Blog. I'm your host, Valdez Brown, and today I'm going to give you guys a tip on how to plan a family reunion. I'm going to talk about one of the first things that I think you need to do before you attempt to start planning a reunion, and that's bridging the gap. Now, before I get started, I believe that I should inform you on where I get my information from, so you guys won't be thinking that I'm just speaking out of the sky. My company is a registered member of the local Conventions and Visitors Bureau here in Detroit. If you're planning a reunion, you want to tap into that resource. Every major city has a Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm not exactly sure if all of them have programs in place for reunion planners, but you want to look into that. But anyhow, Detroit gets about anywhere between 300 to 800, the highest I've seen it, individuals that's interested in planning a reunion. And the way it works here is you have to register online to come to the seminar. That's how they keep their numbers. So the last seminar they had in 2015, they had over 800 people registered. However, out of the 800, I want to say maybe anywhere between half of that, about 450 actually showed up to the seminar. And a lot of times when the people register, it's typically be the husband and wife, so it's two people basically trying to plan the same reunion. So you get that a lot. But about half of the people showed up that registered. And then typically from what I've seen in the past, the number of people that showed up to the reunion planners versus the number of people that actually plan a reunion is always much smaller. So obviously that's a problem. And I've dealt with reunion planners in the past that canceled on me because my company, we offer on location printing where we print the t-shirts at the family reunions. We do that because we get a lot of families, especially in Detroit, that's trying to bring the family back together. And it's been years since they've seen each other for whatever reason and things of that nature. And the reunion planner decides, hey, we need to have a reunion. So after years of not seeing each other, they attempt to have a reunion, they put it out there, and then they end up calling me and say, hey, we got to cancel. People not complying, things of that nature. And one of the reasons why is because they have failed to bridge the gap with their family members. And what I mean by that is every family has at least one or two people that you can consider the glue. That one or two people, them individual that kept the family together, regardless of whatever differences they may have, that them two or that one person has always been the one person that kept the family together. So when that person passes away, life goes on. But unfortunately, that person is not replaced. So when an incident happened in the family and family is beefing with each other or mad at each other for whatever reason, and that glue passed away and no one attempts to bridge the gap between the family and keep the peace amongst each other, then what happens is family disown each other. And years go by and family breaks up and they start their own families, start having children, and their children start having children, and their children start having children, and someone recognizes, hey, we need to plan a family reunion because I don't know my cousin. They got kids, and they kids got kids, and years is going by, and we need to have a reunion. And they attempt to start a reunion without bridging the gap. So I believe that's one of the first things that you should do if that's your situation. If you're a reunion planner and you're trying to bring the family together for the first time, obviously it's imperative to me because of the services that I offer, but at the same time, the reunion needs to take place. Family needs to know each other. I mean, regardless of me and my company, from a personal standpoint, family needs to know each other. The last thing you want to do is marry somebody and find out that you're a family. You know what I'm saying? So the family reunions need to happen, and that's something that you guys should consider as it relates to planning a family reunion and you trying to bring the family together for the first time. You want to bridge the gap. Even the reunion planners that have successfully planned reunions year after year after year will tell you, hey, you need to bridge the gap. You need to keep the peace in the family. Family needs to love each other and value the term family. I should value the fact that you my cousin instead of disowning you because you disagree with how I live my life or some choices that I made. It should never be personal. Because we family, that's just what it is. That name carries weight, period. A friend of mine could be mad at me over something, I could brush it off. But a family member, there should be some type of meeting. We need to sit down. We need to discuss. We need to resolve our issue. We need to break the ice. And that's something that reunion planners need to do. Break the ice. When you planning a family reunion, you want everybody that's a part of the family to be on board. So that's all I got for you guys in this video. Again, bridge the gap with your family members first. And one last thing before I let you go, because I believe this is extremely important. Now, I'm going to use my own family as a testimony when I say this, because I don't go to my own family reunion because the person that's planning the reunion, me and her had our differences in the past. However, in spite of, if I knew that certain people in my family was going to be present at the reunion, regardless of who I have problems with, I'm automatically going to be there. I have a lot of male cousins that I'm close to, that I was close to, that I grew up with, and I lost contact with them. And it'd be awesome to see them again. To just meet them, meet their families, find out how they're doing, see if I can minister to them, offer words of encouragement, and just love on them, you know? If I knew that these people were going to be present at the reunion, regardless of what's going on with the reunion planner or whoever the case may be, their family members, I'm there. I'm saying all this to say that if you got certain members of your family that you know are considered VIP because they popular amongst the family, whenever they do something, everybody flock to it. Everybody there, they may have a bowling party or something like that for a family. Everybody show up. If you got VIPs in your family, use that too as a resource to bring the family together at the reunion. But still, it is important. If you know you got differences with certain people in your family, you want to attempt to break the ice at the actual reunion if you need to do that. All right, so that's all I got for you guys. This is the Reunion Blog brought to you by Brown Sense Imaging. I'm your host, Valdez Brown. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy reunion planning. Peace.